apply the principles that Cliff has applied to his physique over the last 5 years, because the changes have been amazing. Imagine what someone with elite genetics, that's where you start seeing some of these IFBB pros and some of these top natural pros. Like, they follow the very good protocols, all the new cutting edge stuff, and they're starting to make leaps ahead of everyone else. And then a lot of the people that just kind of get stuck in like a bro split, like you put up there, you can only do that for so long. A lot of the answer is more drugs or just whatever. If they would apply some of these principles, they would be able to get to the next level.
Yeah, we actually, when I was back at Florida State, we did studies where we took people and there's no difference. I was talking to Chris and Sarah about this yesterday, Sarah from UK. So basically we took people, put them on the same training program, all right? Same training program, same diet. You had 1/3 of the people were extreme responders. When I say extreme, I mean ridiculous gains. 1/3 of the people, moderate responders. They made okay gains. 1/3 of the people made 0 gains. None. Some got actually negative. So, and I was telling these guys, like, I didn't want to tell them, hey, you might want to take up endurance. But the crazy thing is when you looked at the gene response to training, it was totally different. You saw genes being expressed, like MGF, like certain growth factors, genes being expressed in the extreme responders and non-extreme responders. I don't know how many of you heard of like satellite cells, but these are very important cells for making people who are extreme responders. They give us a greater capacity to grow, being expressed to a much greater extent in the extreme responders. Now, I'm going to go completely off here on a different tangent, but I was talking to Peter actually today. All right, think 90% of our cells, 90% of our cells, okay, and over 90%, like 99% of our genes are not our normal cells. They're bacteria. 90% of our cells are bacteria. Okay? So, anyway, what they're doing now with research, and this is a completely wide new area, if you take an obese person and you take their bacteria and you take a mouse who's lean, and you put their bacteria in the mouse, guess what happens to that mouse? They become obese. If you take an obese mouse, you take a lean person, say you take Chris, right? He's a lean guy. Take his bacteria, you put it in a fat mouse, they become lean. Okay? So, and that's where this whole probiotic thing and prebiotic thing is going. So what we're looking at in our lab is, what we're calling it, we're trying to start a project that's called the Athlete Gut Microbiome Project. Microbiome being your bacteria. Really, and this is just between us, it's really like the bodybuilding gut microbiome project. But anyway, what we're doing is, what we want to do is look at that and see what predicts, why is it that, this person would be so jacked? Why would this person be so lean? Are there any bacterial strains that predict that? And can you turn that to a probiotic, which are the good bacteria, and consume it and change that?
You sign me up for that shit.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's hope, and hopefully there's hope, and that's what we're trying to look into.
I was going to say, one thing I was going to add to the genetics thing, though, is, if you look at someone's training career, most people start lifting teens, 20s, and they lift and compete into their 40s, 50s. That's a lot of years. If you look at someone's physique at the beginning of that time to the end, if they work hard, I guarantee you they look significantly better at the end. Are they going to be Doug Miller, world champion? No, I'll never look like Doug Miller. But, you look at what I've done over 12 years, and I'm probably average genetics at best. And you look what I've done over 12 years, put another 20 on that. And, think if there's people in this sport who are starting at 14, 16 years old. 30 years of consistency, think of the progress you can make. It's even if it's slower, even if your genetics aren't great, you can't do anything about it. So, I generally tell clients to quit worrying about it and just be consistent and do it for long enough, and you're going to get somewhere.
All right, I think it's time for the drawing. We'll take one more. We'll take one more question, then we'll do the drawing.
This is kind of related to what you guys were just discussing. How do you know if it's poor training, overtraining, poor diet, or if it's just genetics that are contributing to a physique that won't respond to, like the protocols that we talked about today?
from my position, not meeting people in person and working with people online, that's hard to tell without actually seeing them train, seeing what they eat, you know what I mean? Just seeing how they measure their food. Like, there's so many variables that go in, so it's hard. I can typically look at someone and know if they're just not going to be genetically gifted. However, that doesn't mean that I don't strive to help them create ultimately their best physique. And that honestly just takes time. And if someone hasn't dieted down, so it's hard to see what they look like a little bit leaner, that's tough. Because I've had people that I look at in the off season, I'm like, we're just gonna go for a top 5 finish, and they diet down, and I don't know where the hell their waist went, but it's like a tiny waist, big shoulders, and you know, they've got symmetry. I'm like, I never would have spotted that. So that's hard, it's really hard. So honestly, from my point, it just takes time without seeing someone in person. Now, if you're training someone one-on-one, that's part of your job. You know, there's a lot of one-on-one good coaches around here, like Dylan, Josh, so on and so forth. Like, they pay attention really hard to the training, so there's a lot that we can't see. And I don't know if you have more to add to that.
No, I mean, sometimes there are a lot of things that factor into good bodybuilding genetics. You know, it's not just the ability to build muscle. I mean, you know, even some people's muscle mass, and this is a visual, it just looks a little bit more dense than other people's. You know, the ability to lose fat. So there's a lot of genetic factors that can play. Like he said, sometimes you don't know what you have until you're in it deeply. I mean, I don't know how many of you follow any of my clients, but I have a client named Carrie Bowen. She's a female bodybuilder. She came to me in 2012. She'd already been competing for 20 years. She'd never placed higher than 3rd, I don't believe. And my goal, my initial impression when looking at her, she wasn't particularly muscular, and she was kind of small, and she struggled to lose fat. And you know, like I said, my goal was just maybe a top 3 finish at a pro qualifier. Like that would have been you know, a nice breakthrough for her. But when we dieted down, we found she had the ability. While it was hard for her fat loss, she could get leaner than most other females I've ever seen. She just had a bottom basement body fat level that genetically was just lower than other females. So she had a gift that had not been previously found, and she was denser than other females. She's not the biggest, but she looks it because she's so dense and lean. And you know, somebody who in 20 years hadn't placed higher than 3rd at a show, turned pro, and almost beat the world champion that year, and then just won her first professional title and is going to the world championships this year. So sometimes you have gifts you don't even know until you're in it.
Okay, so Leslie is in the back. If you remember the booty picture of her earlier. So Leslie will be holding up stuff, and if you get your tickets out, we're going to give out a bunch of really cool stuff. So first of all, I want to find out who the furthest person travels. We have people from Florida. Raise your hand if you're from Florida. We have two people. Okay. New York. 1. Okay, anyone from the West Coast? No West Side? Nobody? All right, and then, okay, so I know who it's going to be. We had someone fly all the way from the UK. Sarah, where are you at? Raise your hand. Okay, so Leslie, we're going to hook her up. Can you take protein back? Do you have room for protein?
Yeah.
Hook her up. We're going to give her a tub of protein just for flying all the way to the UK, tub of first form, Formula 1. So congratulations to you. All right, so here's how we're going to do this. I'm going to call the number. If you have it, raise your hand, and Leslie will bring you the prize. We have a lot of good stuff to give away. So what's up first, Leslie? Hold it up. And
Should we just start with the small stuff and work our way up?
no, that stuff we're going to give to people. Like the packets, we're just going to give to people. We'll have more stuff at the gym tonight. Like there's more core stuff if you didn't get it in the packets. So we want to give away like the protein and stuff like that.
No, these are pre-X.
Yeah, we can give those to people. So let's do a book first. Let's just do a book first. So, okay, Will that owns Strong Gym wrote a book. Let's go ahead and give that away. Looks like these are all 614. 5738. All right, Stephen Lacey.
Yeah, you know Mark's going to do it.
Yeah. All right, next up, we're going to do Leslie, let's do one of the metabolic capacity and reverse dieting books that I wrote. Now, I put 5 $100 bills in these books for those of you that don't know as a way to give back. 2 of them have been won already. So if you want a book, you can buy them after, it doesn't matter, but you might get one in this. So let's give away one of the books. 5746.
That's Jen Collins.
Got it? Is that you?
No, it's Jen Collins, she just left.
Okay. Well, hey, it's okay. Go ahead and give that to her if you would. So.
You'll see her, right?
Hey, Brad, you want to hold up the next one? You guys are kind of same. So. Something personal.
No.
Yeah, we got 2 more books.
Okay, so we'll do another strong gym book, another strong will, 5742. Okay, leave. Okay, another reverse dieting book, 5704. Amanda, it's like you're sick. She won $100 earlier, so.
She did. She was one of the $100 winners yesterday. Oh, great. If she wins the other 100, open it up.
Okay, so, all right, so the next one is First Form Megawatts, Megawatt pre-workout. There's 3 of those total. This is legit.
There's only 2.
Okay, so 5726. Oh, good Lord, you don't need that. There you go.
Ready, catch.
No. You're making me nervous. All right, what do you have next, Leslie?
Same.
Okay, same thing. 5737.
Aw.
Awesome.
The first form of creatine, monohydrate.
Okay, so we got a couple creatine monohydrates.
4.
4 of them, all right. 5741. Steph?
You're coming close, it comes.
5709. Awesome. And 5756. Scott? We have one more?
Yeah, we got 1 more.
Okay, and the last creatine,
There's more.
5712. Hey, Sarah, you're getting hooked up.
Oh my gosh.
They're going to think that's cocaine if it spills.
I'm gonna someone else.
All right, Leslie, what's up next?
Oh, yeah.
You wanna trade for a book? I have 4.
Yeah, hey, after if you want to switch and trade, just see people you can switch trade and the future stuff. So, Leslie, what's next?
Ignition.
All right, so this is dextrose. It's straight dextrose. Glucose actually has vitamins in it as well. So 5741. Steph, okay.
Oh, is it? Why don't you get more
Another
books?
ignition.
Yeah, I've got 2 more.
5740.
Are you putting the tickets back in?
No. No,
How'd you
I'm
get
not.
one?
I'm putting one there.
Did you call the same number twice?
Yeah, you called.
Did you already won?
Stephanie already won something.
Somebody's cheating.
I know, I'm
All right, hold on. So 5740. Okay, hold on to that one, Leslie. We're gonna give it away right now. 57.
like, wait, no. You said 5740?
Yeah, that's me.
He scored 1.
Yeah. Well, we don't count. Like we don't count. Sorry. Unless it's $100 bill, then.
So you called his number?
No, you can give it to someone else. I don't
I
need
don't know
it.
what the heck's
You
going
gave
on.
me this last night.
It's okay, Leslie, it'll be all right.
Leslie, give it to Allison.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
One more ignition. Or we have 2 more. Right? 5735. No, some people aren't here, so. 5735. No. 5715. All right, Chip. One more of those?
Yeah, 1 more ignition.
One more ignition. 5720. Holcomb. All right, Leslie, what do we have? Tell,
14.
which we try.
This one, Formula 1.
Okay, what's the play?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
All right, so this is fast-acting whey protein. It's an isolate. It's Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Formula 1. It's awesome. 5736. All right, Josh.
Formula 1 chocolate milkshake.
Okay, yep. Another fast-acting whey. 5722. Oh, there we go.
Level 1.
All right, this is a little slower digesting mix. Is it ice cream sandwich?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this one's awesome. 5725. 5725. Nope. 5714. Okay. Barbell 1. So John Bossy makes foam rollers, watches. He threw in a hat. So we're going to do the hat first. 5705. Kevin?
All right, Kevin.
Leslie, what's next? Say the foam roller till last. Is that the last two? What shirt's that? There's not size. All right, so what are we doing? A watch?
Yeah.
All right, so check this out. This is a watch from Barbell 1. It's basically a weightlifting belt for a watch. Now there's no watch head on there, so when you contact John Bossy, tell him that you were the winner, and he will send you the watch head. That way you can pick it out, because it might be a female that wins, it might be a male. It's really a good deal. I think the watches are like $80 watches or something like that. So really nice of John to step up. So the watch goes to 5707. No?
Do it again, man. Don't wait
Sorry, Chris, I was just waiting you to wake up from earlier.
Watch, man.
The watch is 571. I think I called that.
Just say it.
5716. All right, here.
He's getting so old he can't read the numbers. That's the problem.
Do y'all hear that thunder?
That's just for him.
Thunder from Thunder Thighs walking with the squat booty in the thighs?
He knows he
She has a
deserves it
Thunder
from
Thigh
a
shirt, so
46-year-old
hey, I'm on the couch for the next month. It's all good. Okay, so check out this foam roller, right? Cliff and I have been using this foam roller for what, like 4 years now?
Yeah.
This foam roller is legit. It's probably like, what, a $60 roller or something? Like it's,
Yes.
This is a great prize. Make sure you message John Bossy and tell him thank you for this at Barbell 1. 5718. 5718. Chris, what were you, 19? Were you 19? All right. 5745. All right, Jake. All right. Okay, so check this out. We really want to thank you for coming. This is huge. Please give us feedback. Like if you're going to be at the gym or message us, give us feedback because we want to make this big for you all because we think this is very important for the industry. If you're going to train tonight from 6 to 9 at Strong, make sure you have your handstand so the guy working knows that you're with us. And other than that, I want to give these guys a big round of applause. Feel free to go ahead and hit those samples up. Like, take that stuff. It's here for you, and then we'll see you guys over at the gym. Yeah.